Hey guys, Joe Madden here of Pick Dogs. This is Puckin Crazy. It is Tuesday, April 5th. Great list of games today, you guys. We got 10 games on the board and great guests. We got Tony Brown and Chris Ruffolo coming in here. We got a loaded show for you guys. Let's just quickly have a look at what we got yesterday in those games. Now, we had a smaller card yesterday for a Monday. We expect around 4 or 5 games on a Monday. We had the Carolina Hurricanes. That is today. Carolina Hurricanes play today. We had the Boston Bruins take out the Columbus Blue Jackets, getting a 3-2 win there in overtime. Toronto Maple Leafs came out and absolutely dominated over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, Chris Ruffolo is in today. He called that hat trick with Toronto. Austin Matthews here, absolutely moneymaker there. Austin Matthews is just playing so elite right now, you guys. He's basically averaging a goal a game. Last night, coming out, getting those 3. He's playing phenomenal hockey. The St. Louis Blues did cover the puck line over the Arizona Coyotes. It was even hard to take them on the puck line last night. We just didn't have the value there. If you did the extended puck line, congratulations. They got the 5-1 win over the Arizona Coyotes. And then we had my Calgary Flames come out, get a nice win over the LA Kings. I really thought they would have played better in that first period. In the first period, I thought they would have won it, and we would have had an under 1.5. We did see that go over in the first, with the Kings coming out dominating in that first period, 2-1, but Calgary taking it for the game. And I was surprised in the third period. We didn't see any scoring, which was a good thing because Chris Ruffolo came in and also told us the correct score of that 3-2 game in that one. And I played it both ways, putting it on the Kings and the Calgary Flames there in that one, playing both of them going for the winner, that 3-2, and it just paid out in folds, you guys. So hopefully you guys got that as well. I see Brian here in the comments saying that he did get that. So congratulations on tailing that correct score, because wow, that is a hard thing to do. So I believe it's 3 games in a row that they have gone 3-2 now. Chris will come in and clarify that for us for sure. But you guys, let's run over the games that we have today, and we'll bring Tony Brown in first. We have the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Buffalo Sabres. And now this one kicks off at 7 o'clock Eastern. The Hurricanes enter here as a huge favorite on the road at -278. On that money line, we have the Sabres coming in here at +230 and a total of 6. The Montreal Canadiens and the Ottawa Senators face off as well at 7 o'clock Eastern. Senators, the favorite on the road here at -115. Montreal Canadiens -105, total of 6. Toronto Maple Leafs are playing on that back-to-back to play the Florida Panthers now. So there is question on how they'll do on that back-to-back tonight. They're +145. On the road here, the Panthers come in at -165 on the money line. Total of 7 in this one, which makes sense because both of these teams are racking up the goals. The New York Rangers then take on the New Jersey Devils. Rangers are the favorite on the road at -144. The Devils at +130, and a total of 6.5, up from 6. The Columbus Blue Jackets then take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Now this one kicks off at 7 o'clock Eastern as well. The Columbus Blue Jackets enter here as the dog. This team has not caught a break. They're just struggling to win, struggling to score as well. +115 here for them, -135 for the Philadelphia Flyers, total of 6. I don't want to lay -135 with the Flyers team that's 13, 16, and 3 at home, but we'll talk more about that. We then have the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Total of 6 in this one, -105 for the Avs, -115 for the Penguins, a total of 6. 7 o'clock Eastern, the Boston Bruins and the Detroit Red Wings go at it. Boston enters as the favorite here at -202. The Red Wings +180, total of 6.5. The Minnesota Wild and the Nashville Predators are facing up at 8 o'clock Eastern. Total of 6 in this one. The Wild have been playing absolutely fantastic hockey. Enter here at -110. This is a pick 'em, you guys, -110 for both of these teams. The New York Islanders then face the Dallas Stars in a game that I'm questioning why They are the dog in this one. I know Dallas has been pretty solid team. They're minus 135 on that money line for the Dallas Stars, plus 115 for the New York Islanders. Total of 5.5, lowest total on the board. Last but not least, we have the Edmonton Oilers. They always should be mentioned last. Anyway, you guys, taking on the San Jose Sharks. Now the Sharks are a dog at home at plus 165. The Oilers minus 185 here on the money line. Total 6.5. So let's bring a Tony Brown in first. We'll see which game he wants to talk. Hey, Tony, how's it going?
Joe Madden, what's going on out there?
Oh, it's a good day. That's for sure. We got lots of action in the NHL.
Right. Congratulations with the Flames last night. It's 1-0 Canada, and you beat me in our first ever throwdown. Congratulations to you on that. Kings
well, thank you. I was really going in that first period, so the Kings did dominate my Flames in that first period. But right. I know on your premium picks, you had the Toronto Maple Leafs last night, so congratulations on that one.
Right. Yeah, we were smoking hot in there, and we got the premium pick done. We got a little bit of change with that, and we're going to roll with it again tonight. I got some great premiums, and I'm going to come with a free play that's going to cash this time.
Absolutely. Which one are you looking at for today?
I like that Nashville Predators game. They're getting plus money as home dogs, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, sometimes I talk as a capper, and then sometimes I just talk with the layman's terms. The Predators absolutely dominate this series. They're 9-1 in the last 10 meetings, and they're 7-0 in the last 7 at home. So basically, you would go to the window and be like, hi, I'd like to take a team that hasn't won in a place where they are, and I'd like to take a team that's only won once in the last 10 games against the team that they're playing. And they're going to have to pay a little extra fee for that. That's basically what this game is saying. So without trying to get too complicated, keeping it simple, stupid, they absolutely dominate this series, especially at home, going undefeated. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Take the Predators with the plus money to keep it rolling.
Yeah, I was shocked that we're getting plus money here with the Predators at home. I really did think this would come in as a pick'em. So I love the value here on the Predators, especially with the Wild only winning one of their last 10 meetings. It's a really hard situation to take the Wild, even with Fleury expected in goal. So we haven't seen confirmed yet. And if it's Talbot, boy, the Wild are in trouble.
Right, and the Wild only won that one game at home. They're 0-7 going to Nashville. Now, whether you want Fleury in there, of course, he's 3-0 since he's joined the team. It was one of the best trades. We talked about that earlier. That was one of the best trades in NHL history, and he's proven his worth. He stopped 92 of 96 shots and gone 3-0. And Talbot has forced him to play better. That's why they picked him up, because Talbot's been slumping, and as soon as Fleury comes over there, now Talbot's 4-1. So either way, whoever they get in goal tonight, that won't really too much be the problem, but the problem is they just can't beat this team, and we love these trends. Like, that's how the Arizona wins when they're plus 300 and 400. Like, we are a bad team. We don't win much, but we're 10-0 against Colorado. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. So how do you break a slump is when you play a team that you dominate. How do you start a slump? When you go to a place where you never won. So all Minnesota has on their mind is, oh, here we go again in Nashville. They must hate the food. They must hate the hotels, whatever it is. They went there 7 times and lost 7 games. And then even in the games they played at home, they're only 1-3. So I'm going to just keep Nashville to keep beating them up until they can't no more. And let's get some plus money while we're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Not time to get off this trend, especially with the Nashville Predators team that comes in rested into this game. I'm also going to look at taking them in the first period. They've won the first period as an underdog in their last 4. We're getting that at plus 176 for them to come out strong in the first.
Right. And they're 9-1 overall. Let's just forget about them beating up on the Wild. They're beating up on the rest of the NHL. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. So, like, now they're just a dog out of nowhere. I think they stay hot, and taking them in the first period. Like I said, that's not my specialty. That's yours. But you and Ruffolo absolutely killed it yesterday. He called the exact score and the hat trick. I think that guy might be cheating, man. We need to take all his picks. He knows somebody, right?
But exactly. Back from the future kind of stuff happening.
Yeah, good job, Roof. I see you guys shining over there.
Absolutely. Tony, any thoughts on this one? If you think it could go to overtime, we got value at it going to overtime at plus 320. I normally look at 2 different games to go to overtime. This was one of them that I sprinkled on that money line or that overtime bet.
I don't know. Like I'm saying, I don't want to sit up here and sound like I'm about to give something really astute to say, like, I don't know. It could go to overtime. Like, what do you look at? You said you look at 2 to go to overtime. What did you see that would make you think this one could go to overtime?
Yeah, I look at any other game. The goalie matchup here between the two goalies. I think they're pretty evenly matched on the season. I look at the drive coming out of both of these teams. I could see this one being just so tight here. We have two defenses that the Predators have been allowing too many goals in their last 10, but a defense that actually can step up. And I see them coming into this one stronger. And with Saros expected in goal, he can stand on his head. And I think this will be a mental game between these two goalies. So that is why I'm looking at this one to go overtime.
Okay, so based on that criteria, yeah, I'm going to put a bet on it too then. Like I said, I can't even look at all those things. You guys are like hockey gods. I'm like the hockey prince.
Well, you're the prince that is at the top of the leaderboard, Tony. What do you got for sale over on Pick Dogs today?
I got a couple nice things on the board today. There's no real game that stood out, so I bundled everything up so you can get the best of the value, and it's NHL and NBA like always. National championship was last night, so we only got the Pro Boys going, and we're all over it. Get the bundle, bang your bookie, and really make some money with me tonight.
Awesome. Well, all the best in all of your bets, Tony. Thank you so much for joining us here on Puckin Crazy. Always a pleasure to have you.
Always pleasure to be here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Tony. Thank you. Okay, guys, that was Tony Brown. He is absolutely crushing it on that leaderboard over there. Tony is his name and hockey is his game. Go check him out. You won't be disappointed with his packages for sure. Like I said, he was on those Toronto Maple Leafs yesterday who came in and got that fantastic win. I'm going to bring Chris Ruffolo in. We need a standing ovation for him. If I stand up, you guys, I'm going to go off screen. But in my mind, I am standing for him because, wow, he crushed it yesterday. Chris?
Joe, I wish I could say that that's not the first time I've heard anybody talk about Tony Brown's package, but that's okay. And I follow up pretty well. And no, but on a serious note, thank you guys for the praise. You know, it was one of those nights where we just had a good night, and hopefully, you know, we can do it 2 nights in a row. You know, we appreciate yesterday, but today's a new day.
Absolutely. Today's a new day, but you do deserve a standing ovation. You made so many of us lots of money last night, Chris. So hats off to you. That is not going to be forgotten.
I appreciate it. And I'm planning on doing a little bit of the, I don't want to say the same song and dance today, but that's kind of the direction that we're going.
Okay. What do you got for us then, Chris?
All right. Well, the game I'm going to look at here is the Colorado Avalanche and the Pittsburgh Penguins, arguably the game of the night. I think these are two teams that are likely to make deep playoff runs, and we could be witnessing a potential Stanley Cup final preview here if, you know, a lot of cards fall in the right direction. But simply put, I got to go with the Colorado Avalanche strictly because you don't see the Colorado Avalanche with plus money next to them, or even, you know, a near coin flip price next to them, even on the road. I mean, this is an Avalanche team that's won, 40? I'm trying to pull up. I think it's at 46 wins. There you go, 49, 14, and 6 on the year. And simply put, I'm not a Darcy Kemper fan by any stretch of the imagination, but there's just no denying what he has done this season. He's absolutely given the Avs a lift. Whether it's him that's starting tonight, I'm trying to find the confirmation here, but I still think that there is value just because, you know, the Pittsburgh Penguins have been a far stronger road team than they have been at home, believe it or not. Now, Darcy Kemper has been confirmed. It's likely Tristan Jarry tonight for the Penguins. And like I said, the Penguins, they're a worthy favorite in certain spots, but I believe they've lost 4 of their last 6 games after the Avs just beat them 3-2 in Colorado. I've got to go with the Avs here. I'm going to do what I did yesterday. I'm going to take the Avs. I'm going to take the under. I think that's a great parlay that you can put together, get a nice little payday out of it. And, you know, Joe mentioned it earlier. Those correct score props are, you know, a great way to just sprinkle a couple bucks on and potentially have a great day. Joe, you said you caught the Flames at 3-2 yesterday, and that was, I think, at what, plus 1,800 or something like that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just got it just below 1,800.
And you put that into perspective. Even if you just have $10 lying in your bankroll, you put that down and you get plus 1,800. That's another $190 that you just that for one bet. Yes, it's a tough tough prop to hit, but when they do hit, they're pretty good. I'm just trying to pull up the correct score props here. My computer hates me today, but
that's okay. Yeah, it's definitely always worth that sprinkle, especially when you find trends like you did yesterday with the Kings and the Flames in that one.
And sometimes it doesn't necessarily even have to be trends. Yeah, we get the added benefit of the trend to back us up. But if you see a game going a certain way, like I see this game going here, it's absolutely worth taking a shot on the on a correct score, because like I said, it's a game of numbers. And if you see, like I said, if you see a tight game, the way that I envision this one going 2-1 or 3-2 the first time these two met, and I'm not just saying that because it did finish 3-2, but I do envision this game playing out almost like a carbon copy. And even if you do take the Avalanche and the under here, right, there is nothing saying you can't hedge by just putting a couple bucks on Pittsburgh as an insurance policy.
That's true.
Because Joe, you said that you did that yesterday, correct? Where you put like just money on the Kings just in case the Kings do come in, and that was what I think close to plus 2,200 as well.
Yeah, it was.
So
it made sense to take both sides.
To just put, even if you put $5 on it, and then you still make back more than what you had the original investment that you had put on it. And so yeah, I am trying to get the correct score here, but yeah, here we go. Let's see here. So for the Avs to win 3-2, we're looking at plus 1,000, and for the Penguins it's plus 900. So so $10 you can make around $100 just on one game, but yeah, that's what I got to go with here. I got to go with the Avs personally, and I got to go with the under. You can parlay them up, get a nice decent payday out of it.
Yeah, I do like the Avs here, especially with them coming in off rest. This team is so strong off rest, and to get them, I think value-wise, you have to take them here, because you're right. We never get the Avs at this value.
Well, not only that, but the line has shifted to 6, and it's juiced actually towards the over. So this line could be on the move. And maybe if you wait a little bit closer to puck drop, you could get some extra value and maybe have this line shift to 6.5, where in the event that it is 3-2 and God forbid someone pots an empty net goal, you could be you're still looking at getting paid here. And like I said, let me see here. It's for right now I'm getting the under 6 at even money, and the money line at minus 105. So I'm just trying to do quick math, and of course it's not going to work in my but
okay.
But you know what? Like I said, the line shifting is just giving us more value, and especially at 6, the safety net of that push, I've got to go with the under in the Avs.
Yeah, we look at the team totals here, Chris, and I was actually really surprised at how juiced these books have them. Both these team totals for them at 2.5. I'm getting minus 166 on both of these teams for the over 2.5. So they're expecting one of these teams to hit 3 for sure. I think it will be the Avs tonight.
I do as well, but again, this is a game where if you were lucky enough to be on any of the Austin Matthews props last night or any of the score props, this is a spot where you're basically playing with house money. And when you go to the roulette table and you put in like little denominations on any different numbers just to cover yourself off, you could do that here as well. Because like you said, if you think that it's going to be the Avs 3-2, you can put a couple bucks on the Penguins under 2.5. If you think for whatever reason the Penguins win, slap a couple bucks on under 2.5 for the Avs. And like I said, you're covered, pretty much across the board. The only way you get burned is if it's a high scoring game, and it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible in any hockey game. But with so much quality in both of these teams, I think both of these teams are going to use this as a statement game tonight to sort of put some respect on their names for lack of a better term. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. But yeah, like I said, for me, this game just screamed 3-2 when I first saw it, regardless of who you had. But for me, I've got the Avalanche winning it.
Okay. I like it, Chris. I can't disagree with you with the Avs here. I do think they come in solid off that rest. How can you go against a team that's 8-1-1 in their last 10, averaging 3.2 goals and only allowing 1.8, not 8.1, 1.8 goals?
You know what?
So it's too hard to step in front of.
It definitely is. I mean, and this is the time of year where, maybe see some teams sort of slip a little bit. And we have seen that with the Penguins, but the Avs, they just look like a team possessed. They look like a team that's sort of been like, now it's their time. and they're ready to take full advantage of it, and they're doing just that. So there's no, I'm not saying there's not much else I can say about this game, but I just think that the Avs need a little bit of respect, and I think that's coming from a Leaf fan. So take it from me. We don't dish out compliments very easily, but yeah, for sure, I gotta say the Avs look really good.
I love it, Chris. What do you got for sale for us over at Pick Dogs today?
Well, today I got an NBA 5-pack. I got that for $49.95. We've been crushing the NBA, hoping to keep it going again. You will hear me spout this out on the drive-through if you guys tune in at 6 Eastern. So don't hold it against me. But you know what? We had so much fun yesterday. We did it. We had a great day with the player props. Let's do another like goal, guys. We still got some time. We're at 18 likes right now, 61 people watching. If we can get to 50, I've got 3 player props, anytime goal scorers tonight. That, like I said, if you caught Austin Matthews last night, you're more than afforded to just drop a couple bucks on these, and there are massive paydays associated with it. So let's get to 50 likes. We're at 20 right now. We can get to 50 by the end of the show.
Yeah, and I will count those Facebook ones, Chris. I'm seeing them coming in on Facebook. We appreciate the hearts a lot more than the thumbs up on Facebook, you guys. So if you can drop that heart, I'll count them at 1.5.
Oh boy, you guys are getting the multiplier on Facebook. Okay, well, I haven't even gotten up to that point yet, but no, I'm, like I said, we can hit that like goal. I think we're already at 28. We just had a jump of about 10 on the Pick Dogs YouTube. So
nice,
guys, get those likes in. I promise you, we don't nail every pick, but sometimes when we do, they make you a lot of money, and I think that's what we have a potential to do tonight. So hit that like button, guys. We're at 31. We can get there, and we'll make you some money. I promise.
Absolutely. There's just a question here for you on Florida and Toronto. Should I take Florida or Toronto on the puck line? I'm worried about Toronto on the back-to-back if I take them on the puck line. Any thoughts on this if you don't have a premium?
No, I don't. Honestly, I will say this. As a Leafs fan, this game scares me. But I would say I would lean to I gave this out in one of the hockey videos.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch a side. I wouldn't touch the puck line. I wouldn't touch the money line. I would personally go towards the over 7 here. If you want, I rarely tell people to do this, but I'm taking a page out of Tony Brown's book. Buy the hook down to 6.5 if you want to. I know buying hooks isn't for everybody. And I know I've learned from Mitch over the years, if you don't like the one side, go the other way. But I've said it here on Puckin Crazy before, and I think I've said it on our parlay videos. If you're at 7, all of a sudden it takes 8 goals to beat the books at that point. If you take the over, 7 doesn't get you a push. And a lot of times we've seen a ton of 5-2 games, 4-3 games, especially with a team like Toronto and Florida. Both are offensively gifted, both are on a back-to-back. Is it entirely possible they get 8 or 9 goals? Sure. But I'd rather have the safety, buying that down to 6.5, maybe pay an extra $20. And, it is going to be a higher price because the books are expecting a high scoring game between 2 really, really good offenses. And Toronto's got their backup, Eric Hallgren, in net tonight. So
exactly. It's going over all day, all night. This game is 4-1 to the over in the last 5 meetings, with that one being a push, not a loss to that over. I don't think you have to buy the points here. I think you go clearly over the number of 7.
Yeah, it's just this ever since the 7s have been implemented this season.
Yeah.
It's just that number scares me personally as a bettor. And I'm not saying like scared, like, oh, I'm terrified of the number 7. It's just that when you place it,
well, 7 did eat 9, 7, 8, 9, right? So you can be scared of the number 7, Chris.
I cannot believe that Joe Madden just pulled a dad joke on me, and I love it. But that's okay. I'm perfectly okay with it. But guys, like I said, buying hooks isn't for everybody. If you're fine at 7, go ahead. Buy 7 because I do like the over here. I'm just saying if you don't like the potential push, just in case this is a 4-3 game either way or whatever have you, the hook is there. So I'm just saying you can do either 6.5 or 7. But I'm with Joe here. I love this game to go over. I wouldn't necessarily touch a side or a puck line here because there's just so much at stake for both sides. Florida's still trying to lock up the division, and Toronto still trying to chase down Florida for that top spot in the Atlantic.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got quite the game on our hands tonight. I definitely see this one hitting that 8. So I've ridden the over 7 already. We look at the Toronto Maple Leafs averaging 4.5 goals per game. We saw what they did last night. Florida Panthers averaging 4.1. Neither of these teams is allowing a lot of points, but I think the Leafs do have some holes on their defense at times, and they have struggled against the Florida Panthers, going 1-6 in the last 7 meetings. But there's no way I'm going to step in front of the Leafs here. So I think the best way to take this is the over. And I also like the Panthers in that first period. We're getting great plus money. They've won their last 6 games in that first period at home. So I'm going to sprinkle on that first period at plus 132.
Yeah, it's a viable option. I never want to bet against the Leafs just because whenever I do, they burn me. When I bet for them, they go against me. That's the perils of being a Leafs fan. That's why I've wrote them many times saying when I die, please be at my funeral so you can let me down one last time. That's all I ask. But
love it, Chris.
But honestly, it's a viable option the first period. Yeah. It's one of those things like I said. No Aaron Ekblad for the Panthers. I know he's been out for a while, but he is a big part of that Panthers defense and any success that they have. And with him out, I think the goals are going to be flying on both ends of the ice.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, I'm going to put you back in the green room. I'm going to run over these bets super quick. Everyone will bring Chris back in as long as we have the likes. He's going to give you more. So make sure you hit the like button. And Chris, what do you got for sale over at Pick Dogs today for us?
Well, Joe, we'll do it quickly again. I got an NBA 5-pack. But guys, we always talk about long term, and now that I forgot to, I'm glad you came back because I didn't get to mention it quickly. Guys, long term, your best value, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. You can pair me up with Joe or Tony Brown. As part of a 2-for-1 capper deal. I go solo as well on the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, up to a year, and I believe Joe does as well, where you can get full seasons with your year pass. For basically, I don't know how much yours is, Joe. I can't speak for you, but for me, it's like around $100 a month, just over $100 a month. You get full seasons of all the major sports. So, guys, long term is your best value. But if you're just looking for something for the day, we have those as well. You just got to go over to pickdogs.com premium picks and check them out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Chris. We'll bring you back in just a little bit. I'm just going to fly through these really quick.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, guys, Chris Ruffolo there. Make sure you hit that like button. He will come back in, give you guys some more here. I'm going to jump back to the top of the card. We have the first game of the night, the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Now, I'm not going to do a huge breakdown for these games. I'll just give you guys a bit of information on what I'm looking at. We have Frederik Andersen in goal expected for the Carolina Hurricanes. Craig Anderson expected for the Buffalo Sabres. Both these goalies are strong goalies. I think we have a good game on our hands. I'd be looking at the Buffalo Sabres on that puck line plus 1.5. You're getting that at minus 115. Just a lean on that. They've covered the puck line in their last 5 following a loss. I do like the Carolina Hurricanes team total over 3.5, though. You're paying a bit of juice here at minus 136. I just look at Carolina and I think they're definitely the stronger team. I think this is probably one of those over games. As long as the Buffalo Sabres can come in here and get the goals. They've averaged 3 goals in their last 10, allowing that 3.4, which I think is a great opportunity for the Carolina Hurricanes to get over their 3.5, because I think they're such a strong team offensively. They're averaging 3.2 goals per game and only allowing 2.2. Definitely a great team here. Coming in rested. They're 5-0 in their last 5 games, playing on that 2 days rest. So I don't think I'll take the Sabres on that puck line. I think just the best way to go with this, if I had to take one play, is the Carolina Hurricanes team total over that 3.5, paying that little bit more juice that they get over the 3.5 goals. The Ottawa Senators taking on the Montreal Canadiens, 7:00 Eastern game as well. Total of 6. Montreal minus 105. The Senators minus 115. Forsberg is expected in goal for the Ottawa Senators, and I have to ride with him here for the Senators. He's 16-14-3 on the season with a 2.71 goals against average. The Senators have been doing decently, averaging 2.7 goals and allowing that 2.7, where the Montreal Canadiens have just been allowing too many goals. And I know that at home here, but they haven't been outstanding. They're 10-19-3 at home this season, 17-16 on that puck line. Now they are strong on the puck line as an underdog following overtime. But again, this is one of those games. There is absolutely no value for them here on the puck line. I've got to go with the Senators in a revenge spot. Montreal just did win March 19th. So this was just under a month ago. It was a 5-1 win for Montreal. We look at the Senators as a road favorite, 7-3 in their last 10 as a road favorite. So I like them here with that value. We talked the Toronto Maple Leafs, a Florida Panthers game. I do like the Panthers in that first period as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, you guys. Actually, I did. The New York Rangers, a New Jersey Devils game. Now, I'm looking at the Rangers team total over 3.5. I think we have a good game here for the Rangers. Nico Dawes is expected in goal for the New Jersey Devils. He's 8-10-0 on the season with a 3.33 goals against average. The Devils are just shooting themselves in the foot defensively. They've allowed 4.8 goals per game in the last 10. I don't see them stopping the Rangers from scoring here. They might get some goals as well tonight with the backup goalie in for the New York Rangers, but I'm confident in the Rangers getting over their team total of 3.5. I could see also the Devils coming out and not being able to do anything, and that's why I'm not going to play the total over in itself at 6. I'm just going to play the Rangers team total. I'm also going to look at the New York Rangers in that first period. The New York Rangers have been strong in that first period. They've won their last 4 in New Jersey in that first. They're also 5-1 in their last 6 meetings in New Jersey. So I think they have a prime opportunity to get a nice win here. So give me their team total. You could take them on the puck line as well. You're getting plus money there. They're 20-17 on the road this season on that puck line. There's just home ice advantage between these two teams with the home team going 5-1. And that's why I'm going to stick with the team total and that first period, you guys. The Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Philadelphia Flyers tonight, total of 6.5 in this one. We got Columbus coming in as the dog. Now, we're paying minus 135 on the Philadelphia Flyers, and I just can't get there, you guys. Cutter Hart is expected in goal for them. He's 13-22-7 on the season with a 3.7 goals against average. This team is just allowing too many goals, and so is the Columbus Blue Jackets. But the Columbus has lost their last 7. Elvis is confirmed in goal for them. He's 22-18-6 on the season with a 3.4 goals against average. He allows more on the road. I think I have to, with how bad these defenses are playing as of late, I have to ride the over 6.5. I know this total is high for these teams that really haven't been putting the goals up, but I do think this is one of those games where their defenses are just letting them down too bad. So for myself, I got to go with that over in this one and a lean on the Columbus Blue Jackets to finally get a win. They've just been playing absolutely appalling in some of these games, especially defensively. They have struggled, though, in Philadelphia, going, 1-4 in their last 5 meetings. So they have had struggles there. I'm not sure which one you're looking at for that over in that first period. If you're talking about the New Jersey Devils game, because you were talking about the Devils above. Let me know that first period which one you're looking at, because I'll have to look at the odds. I was looking at a couple first periods over, and a couple of those first periods really have high juice. The Leafs game is highly juiced in that first period. The Devils in the first period, let me just try to pull it up here, because I didn't write it down. And normally when I don't write it down, it's because it's probably too juiced. So the first period, New York Rangers are plus 144 in that first period. Total goals over 1.5 in that first period is minus 150. So yeah, that is really high. I won't pay that, but if you're happy at paying minus 150 in that first period, I definitely could see it. We look at this Devils team. They're allowing 4.8 goals per game, and that's why this line is so highly juiced. Let's move on to the Boston Bruins and the Detroit Red Wings, guys. We're going to try to wrap this up really quick here because we still have to bring Chris Ruffolo back in. I'm looking at the team total for the Boston Bruins, over 3.5 at -112. The Boston Bruins have been averaging 4 goals per game in their last 10. They're 8-2 in that last 10 as well, only allowing that 2.4. The Red Wings have been allowing 4.2 goals. It just seems way too easy to take the Boston Bruins here over that 3.5 at -112. I think the Red Wings are going to struggle to score in this one. The Minnesota Wild and Nashville Predators, we did already touch on that game as well. So I'm going to bring I think we have a couple more. Sorry. The New York Islanders and the Dallas Stars also match up tonight. Now, the Islanders are +115 here. The Dallas Stars -135. I can't get there with the Stars, you guys. I think the Islanders are the stronger, better team. Sorokin is expected in goal, 22, 14, and 7 on the season with a 2.3 goals against average. In the last 10, these teams have been pretty even, with the New York Islanders averaging 3.3 goals per game. Dallas Stars 3. The Islanders allowing 2.4 and the Stars allowing 2.8. The last meeting between these two was just on March 19th, and the Islanders got a 4-2 win. The Islanders come in rested, you guys, and I can't go against this team off rest. They're 7-1 in their last 8 games, playing on that 1 day's rest. I think value-wise, it's absolutely perfect play for them here. I think this is a 3-2 game as well. So I'm going to take the under 5.5 in this. Both these teams trend nicely to that under as well. And then we look at the Dallas Stars. Also, we can't forget, this is their first game home off a road trip, and it was a successful road trip. They won 3 of the 4 games. Prime spot to fade a team home off a successful road trip. And then the last game is the Edmonton Oilers taking on the San Jose Sharks. Now, Mikko Koskinen is confirmed in goal for those Oilers, not Mike Smith, but I'm still seeing this one go over. We got a total of 6.5 in this. I think we can look at the Sharks team total over 2.5. It's -130, so you're paying a bit more juice, but I think they will get the goals in this one. The Oilers have struggled in their last 13 meetings versus the San Jose Sharks, going 4-9 in those last 13, but I'm not about to put money on this Sharks team. I just can't get there with them. So for myself, it's their team total and or the over 6.5. And I probably like the over 6.5 in this one. We just look at the Edmonton Oilers offense, and they've been lighting it up. They could get to these 6 goals themselves. All we need is the Sharks to get one of those. They've averaged 4.8 goals per game in their last 10. So you could look at the Oilers on the puck line as well. Great way to play this. They're 18-17 on the road on that puck line. The Sharks have struggled at home to cover the puck line, going 16-19. But for myself, I'm not putting money on the Oilers on the puck line. Neil, I see that you're liking the Oilers on the puck line. Great call on that. I do think they get it. Okay, guys, let's bring Chris Ruffolo back in. We'll see what he's going to give you if we got to those likes here. Chris, did we make it?
Joe, we did, but you made me feel so bad that you had to rush through the rest of the card for little old me. That's a bit of an oxymoron, but that's okay. I do appreciate it, and I'm sure we will we'll have some happy people at the end of the night. But yes, we did reach our like goal.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. What are you giving everyone?
Well, if I stay frozen like this, maybe it'd be good. Oh, there we go. I think I started moving again. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to give you three players tonight, and you can play each of them to get an anytime goal, 2 goals or more, or to score a hat trick, because it worked so well for us yesterday. Let's start with, rinse and repeat, right? I'm going to go with Austin Matthews here. League leading 54 goals. He's fresh off his hat trick, and believe it or not, he wouldn't be the first player this season to score back-to-back hat tricks. Jason Robertson for the Stars did it back in March. I think Austin Matthews could be a candidate for it tonight. And with the value that, after he proved last night he can do it, could do it again tonight against, like I said, in a high-scoring game against the Florida Panthers. So anytime goal scorer, -155. It is a little bit juiced, but that's for a reason, because I do think he gets on the score sheet tonight. To score 2 or more, you're getting Matthews around +320, or some places are offering, bet boost and do your line shop, and I'm seeing it around +375 in certain spots. And Matthews to get another hat trick at +1,400. The other two, well, it was nice knowing you on Puckin Crazy because Joe's probably going to cancel me after this. I'm going to go with a pair of Oilers here. I gotta go with Leon Draisaitl. He's got goals in 6 of 7, 8 of his last 10, and 9 of 12, and he had a hat trick back in that 9-5 game against Calgary. I gotta go with Leon Draisaitl anytime at -115 to score 2 or more anywhere from +450 to +550, and to score a hat trick at that magic number of +2200. And well, the third one. Why not? Connor McDavid. This is some value.
Oh, see, I was fine with Draisaitl. Let's not go with Connor McDavid. Man, crybaby central.
I understand. Joe's Connor McDavid jersey is in the mail. Believe it or not, it is coming. But I'm sorry, I've got to go where value takes me because you're going to give me a guy with 105 points as an anytime goal scorer at +105. He's scored in 4 straight. 5 goals in 4 games, and he scored against James Reimer in Reimer's lone start against Edmonton this season, and Reimer is confirmed tonight. Anytime at +105 to score 2 or more goals at +600, and Connor McDavid to potentially score a hat trick at +3,000. I think that's just value across the board tonight.
There is so much value. I'm going to take it too in this one. I think they have a great night against the Sharks tonight. So.
Yeah. I think if you can catch Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, if they each get 2 goals, the hat trick would be obviously great. But if they both get 2 goals, you're laughing. You're getting a +450 to 550 and a +600. You're making money after what you did yesterday.
If I had to take one of those, Draisaitl all the way, I think he's a phenomenal player and better than Connor McDavid. I think he doesn't get enough of the limelight. He played in the lower leagues out in Kelowna, was absolutely fantastic out there, and I really do think that he's in for a good night. So I'll take him for the hat trick.
Yeah, you know what? I will say this. Connor McDavid, I know you hate him, but I think he's the more complete player. If we're talking about goal scoring, I think at that point, McDavid, maybe takes a little bit of a step back to Leon Draisaitl, at least how he is right now. We got to remember also Draisaitl's still chasing Austin Matthews for that league lead in scoring. I think he's 4 goals back of Austin Matthews after Matthews' big night last night. So, if he really wants that Art Ross trophy, he's going to have to do some work. So, yeah, but those are the 3 I like. Austin Matthews, Leon Draisaitl, and Connor McDavid. Any of those to be an anytime goal scorer, score 2 or more, or score a hat trick.
I like it, Chris. Definitely so much great value there. I'm rooting for you to get all 3 of those tonight. If you get all 3 of those, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow on Puckin Crazy.
If we get all 3 of those, I'll show up without a shirt on.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, Joe's like, you're not coming on Puckin Crazy anymore.
I don't know how to answer that, though, Chris. It's like, okay. Oh, man. Well, always a pleasure having you on here, Chris.
I'm going to regret that. I got a feeling.
You guys, it's happening. Chris is going to hit all 3 of these tonight. He's going to show up on Puckin Crazy tomorrow. I'm going to have to put a censorship thing up on the screen.
Because I could see it too. I'm gonna be sitting there like, wait a sec, how did the Oilers score 9 goals tonight? And then I'm gonna look. Draisaitl had 3, McDavid had 3, and Matthews hit an empty netter with like 10 seconds left to get the hat trick. And I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I've got to show up with caution tape on my chest tomorrow.
You know what you could do? You could go like the diehard fans, get the body paint going, and you'll be set.
That's an idea. Nah, it's not cold enough. It's okay.
No one hates the body paint fans. That's for sure.
I'm going to start painting stars.
Awesome. Okay, Chris, do you want to stay here while I quickly recap these games, or do you want to recap what you liked, or what would you like to do?
Joe, go for it. I'll stay here, and if you need any second opinions, I'll be right here.
Okay, so just quickly flying through this recap, you guys, the Carolina Hurricanes and the Buffalo Sabres, I'm going to take the team total over 3.5 in that one for the Canes. Chris, did you have anything you want to add?
Nothing that you've already said. I think the Buffalo Sabres just in trouble.
Ottawa Senators, Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to lean on the Senators with Forsberg in goal at -115. Anything for you there, Chris?
Not a game I rushed to bet, but I was leaning towards Montreal just based on value. But again, you'd have to put a gun to my head to bet that game.
Right. That's very true. Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Florida Panthers. Going to ride the over in this one with the Leafs and the Panthers. I think we nicely clear it. Going to take the first period for the Florida Panthers at that beautiful plus money of plus 132. Chris, anything else?
Now, like I said, I touched on it with that Austin Matthews play, and like you said, Joe, I think it's just going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, take him there for sure. Even if for that anytime goal, you guys, he is just playing absolutely lights out, and it's he's not going to be tired after a hat trick last night. I don't believe it. I can really actually, Chris, I think you called it. I think he's getting another one. The New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils. You guys, I'm going to take the New York Rangers team total over that 3.5 at plus 106. I'm also going to take the New York Rangers in that first period. They've dominated in the first period in New Jersey in their last 4.
Yeah, I got to go with the Rangers. My money line is a little bit steep, but I think it's the only way you play it. I can't trust the Devils as far as I can throw them.
Absolutely. Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. I do like the over 6.5 in this with a lack of defense. I'm also going to ride on the Columbus Blue Jackets in that first period. And if I had to take a side, it would be Columbus, but I don't love it.
No, me either. But honestly, there's no way I'm laying juice with a Philadelphia Flyers team. Absolutely not. Again, I'd rather shove my hand in battery acid. So yeah, give me the Columbus Blue Jackets here plus money.
Nice. Colorado Avs and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Chris, I know you got a great play in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take Colorado Avalanche, parlay that with the under, or you could take the under if you want, as well as those correct scores. Again, I think it's 3-2 either way.
Absolutely. I love the Avs in that one. Boston Bruins, Detroit Red Wings. I got to go with the Boston Bruins team total over that 3.5 with the lack of defense being played by the Red Wings. Minus 112 for that, you guys. Chris, anything in this for free play?
You know what? I do like the Boston Bruins a fair bit here. There's just, remember the knock on Detroit was that they can never win on the road. They only win at home. Now there's no safe place for the Detroit Red Wings. They're always in danger of taking a loss. I think they're 2-12 in their last 14 as a home underdog. So when they're catching plus money at home, it's usually for a reason.
Absolutely. Minnesota Wild, Nashville Predators. Now Tony Brown's rolling in here, giving out the Predators on the money line for the value in this one. I do like them. They're strong. I also like them in that first period at plus 176 as the underdog in that first period to get the win. I could see this one going to overtime as well. So I've sprinkled on the overtime in this. Chris, anything you want to give in a free play in this one?
You know, I was in my video, I was originally leaning towards the Wild just because they have been playing better hockey. You guys may have talked me into switching sides. I don't know. Probably a no play for me at this point.
Okay, New York Islanders taking on the Dallas Stars. You guys, I got to lean with the under 5.5 in the New York Islanders. I just can't pass on the value of the Islanders in this matchup against the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, again, two teams 7-3 in their last 10. I think we talked about this on our parlay video yesterday, Joe. I got to roll with you on the under here. I think this is playoff type atmosphere all day.
Nice. Edmonton Oilers taking on the San Jose Sharks. Last game of the night. Chris, you're going to have to recap your player props in here. But for myself, you guys, I'm going to roll with the over 6.5. I do like the Sharks team total over that 2.5, even with not being Mike Smith with Koskinen confirmed. I do think they still get 3 goals on him. And I'm going to tell Chris's player props. So go for it, Chris.
Yeah, we'll do that quickly. First, I will say I love the over. You know, we talked about that yesterday as well. But I do love the Edmonton team total over. Was it at 3.5? I believe I saw that.
Yeah.
I would push that to 4.5. I think Edmonton pops 5 tonight at the very least. But the player props, like I said, this is anytime goal scorer. You can also add to score 2 or more or to score 3 or more. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl's getting you minus 115 for any time. Plus 450 to 550 for 2 or more, and a hat trick at plus 2,200. McDavid plus 105 anytime, 2 or more at plus 600, and a hat trick at plus 3,000.
Well, you guys, that was all 10 games. So much value given to you guys here. We hope that you guys win all of your bets that you take from us. I hope you tailed Chris yesterday. Chris, you just been absolutely lighting it up. Thank you for joining us again on Puckin Crazy. Chris, you guys will be on in 10 minutes on the soccer show. He is just all over the place right now on Pick Dogs, and then catch him later on the drive-thru. You got a new show coming yourself. Wow, Chris, you got things going, so it's a good thing.
I hope people don't get sick of this face. That's why I'm going to try to go get it cleaned up tomorrow. But you know what? I love the Pick Dogs family. I love giving you guys picks, giving you guys content. Being here with Joe. Puckin Crazy is one of my new favorite things to do during the week. So, guys, thank you guys for love and support. That's not just for me. I think I could speak for everybody at Pick Dogs. And we just say thank you guys for all the support, because without you guys, we wouldn't have gotten to where we are. So, guys, thank you. And Joe, thank you for having me. Sorry that we ran long. I know we're up against it, but I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely love having you on, Chris. You're giving the bettors so much information. It's greatly appreciated. But you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for hanging in for a 50-minute show that's meant to be a 30-minute show. I'm going to have to apologize to Mitch for running over so much. But you guys have an awesome day. Best of luck in all your bets. Keep smiling, and let's make some frickin' money.